What's up guys, Dave the Phone Guy, back again with another video, and today I'm bringing you what you, the people, have asked me for. You've tweeted, you've messaged, you've asked, you've already read the title, so you know. I got the Xiaomi Redmi Mi Airdots. Do you know how many takes it took for me to say that? Versus the Realme Buds Q. So you know what we're gonna do, right? I'm gonna give you all the stats that you ever wanted. I'm gonna fill your brains with all the information you've ever needed, wanted. I'm gonna give you everything because I got it all in my brain right here. After I do that, we're gonna do a little audio side-by-side test. I'm gonna tell you which sounds better. Then we're gonna do a mic test. You're gonna tell me in the comments below which one you guys like better. And at the end, we're gonna come to a conclusion. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I need you to do something for me. Smash that thumbs up now because you know I've got you hyped. Grab some popcorn because this is gonna be a doozy. And let's get started. Okay guys, so let's start with the Xiaomi Redmi Mi Airdots. This thing has got the name, right? It's like 12 names for one device. Whatevs. So colors, this thing comes in black or black. So you can have any color you want as long as it's black. Each bud weighs in at about 4.1 grams. They also each have a 40 milliamp battery. The case itself has a 300 milliamp battery. Charge time takes about 2 hours to charge this from 0 to 100. Each bud is gonna give you about 4 hours of playback time with 2 additional charges from the case to give you a total of 12 hours. They do have a smaller driver than normal. They come in at 7.2 millimeters. It does support DSP, AAC, and SBC codecs. As long as your device supports one of those, you're good to go. And they have an IPX4 water resistant rating. A little bit on the disappointing side is the micro USB charging port. You know how I feel about that. When connecting to a device, there's not gonna be any type of pop-up, but it does have different touch controls, which will allow you to answer or hang up a phone call, pause or play your music, and you can also activate your voice assistant. These come in at $20. So, I mean, 20 bucks, that's a lot of stuff for 20 bucks, right? The Realme Buds Qs, let's talk about those for a second. They come in 3 colors, black, white, or yellow. I really wanted the yellow ones. I wasn't able to acquire them. I thought they would have looked really cool. They do weigh in at 3.6 grams. Each bud has a 43 milliamp battery, which will give you about 4.5 hours of playback time. Also, this has a larger battery in the case itself. It is 400 milliamps, which is gonna give you a combined 20 hours of playback time. That's pretty great in my opinion. These also have a larger dynamic driver coming in at 10 millimeters, which is solid. They also support AAC and SBC codecs, again, as long as your device supports that. And they are IPX4 water resistant rating. Now, these also are micro USB, which is kind of disappointing. But if you have a Realme phone, you will get a pop-up notification on your device letting you know that these are connected. And there's all sorts of touch gestures as well, or touch controls, music controls, pause and play your music, hang up and answer your calls, and activating voice assistant. These come in at about $10 higher at $29.99. Now that we got all the specs out of the way, I want you to guess right now in the comments below how many times it took me to get through all of that. I'll never tell. All right, guys, what are we doing now? Let's start the audio test. Let's do that. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get the Xiaomi Redmi Mi Airdots repaired with my device here. All right, guys, so I got the Xiaomi's paired. Let's go ahead and get the Realme's paired real fast so that I can do this back to back. All right, guys, so now that we have both devices paired up, I'm gonna go ahead and open the YouTube Music app and start the top 100 and see how they sound. Here we go. Now these have the smaller driver, so I'm curious how they're gonna sound back to back. You can usually tell a lot about them when you listen to them one after the other. Ooh, these got some bass. Small driver, decent bass. How do they look? So one click pauses, one click plays, double click activates the voice assistant, just so you guys know. These sound really good. The sound stage is solid. I was actually quite impressed by the amount of bass that they produced considering their size. So that's pretty solid. So let me go ahead and pop in the Realmes. Here we go. How do these look, guys? Pretty solid? Whoa. 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 The bass. If you guys are bass heads, whoo, compared to the Xiaomi here, this is solid. I'm probably yelling. I don't care. These sound great. I'm just testing out tap controls, guys. So it seems that the left earbud is what's controlling the music. Double tap plays and double tap pauses. Is that right? That seems weird. Yep, that's what it is. Double tap to play, double tap to pause. I think it's long press for voice assistant. No? I don't know. Anyways, as far as sound is concerned, the Realmes are the winner. Definitely drop in some heavy bass. The highs were there, guys. I like them a lot. The mids were crisp and clean, but the bass is where the Realmes won. For me, that's what put them over the top, because the Airdots, I mean, the highs and mids were good, and I thought the bass was okay, but once I heard these, there was no competition as far as the bass is concerned. And that probably has a lot to do with the larger drivers. Those 10mm drivers is what put them over the top. Let's talk about the mic. I'm gonna do a side-by-side comparison of the mic, and we're gonna start with the Airdots.
All right, guys, this is the sound of my voice with the Xiaomi Redmi Mi Airdots. How do they sound? Let's go ahead and now enter the ambient noise into the background. All right, guys, this is the sound of my voice with the Xiaomi Redmi Mi Airdots ambient noise playing in the background. So, everybody good? You got it? You heard what you need to hear? Let's move on to the Realme.
Here I go dropping things again, right?
All right, guys, here we go. This is the sound of my voice with the Realme Buds Qs. How does it sound? Is my voice clear and crisp? Are you able to hear everything that I am saying? Let's go ahead and start the ambient noise in the background. Again, this is the sound of my voice with the Realme Buds Q and ambient noise playing in the background.
Now that we have both samples, which sounds the best to you? Let me know which one's the winner in the comments below. All right, so what I'm going to do next, and this is gonna be hard to show on video, I'm gonna test the latency with watching a YouTube video. I really don't do much gaming, guys, so that's how I'm gonna test the latency to make sure my lips are synced with the sound. We're switching back over to the Airdots. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and play one of my videos that I've recently recorded and uploaded to YouTube, and I'll let you know here momentarily. Okay, I didn't notice any latency. Everything seemed to be synced up properly. I say that the Airdots check that box. They're able to keep up with the video and the audio, no problem. Super important because that annoys me more than anything. Let's try it out with the Realme Buds Q. The Realme Buds Qs passed the same test with flying colors, so they're both able to keep up with the audio with no problem. They sync very well, so that is a huge plus for both of these devices. They check that box. All right, guys, so let's talk about the build quality, right? Let's take a little dive into that. Both of these are using a little bit older standard as far as charging is concerned. They're both using micro USB. Can't stand it. To me, everything at this point, it's 2020. I don't care that these are $19.99. They gotta have USB-C. That's it. I'm drawing a sand in the line. If you're a manufacturer out there, you don't put USB-C in your device, me and you's got problems. Got problem with Dave the phone guy. But in all seriousness, they gotta have USB-C. I mean, really, what's the difference in cost? Can't be much, but I get it. These are pretty cheap. One's 30 bucks, one's 20 bucks. They'll probably be even cheaper in a month or so. As far as the case is concerned, again, these are pretty cheap devices. You could tell the plastics that they use are a little bit thinner, a little bit cheaper. They feel a little lighter. The cases are not easy to open. They don't really stay open on their own. The lids, well, there you go. The Realmes don't stay open by themselves. The Airdots definitely do. But the overall feel of them, they don't have that premium coating, but you know, you kind of expect that, right? At this price point. The Airdots are not touch. You actually have to push in. There's a clicking sensation that happens when you're performing the different actions, such as pausing the music or playing music or answering and hanging up or activating your assistant. I kind of like how that feels. The Realmes are touch capacitive, so you just touch it and it's gonna activate whatever mode that you want it to do, such as play, pause, answer, hang up, or activate your assistant. So in the end, which is the better choice? Well, I think they're both really good for their price point. I think they're actually fighting above their weight class right now. They both sound solid. Obviously, the Realmes took the win in that side-by-side battle because of the bass, but the highs and mids on both of them were very clear. Also, the Realmes definitely have a better battery life and more charges to keep you going for a longer period of time. I mean, for the additional 10 bucks, the Realmes, for me, would be the winner. The real result, though, comes down to the mic, right? Because mic's super important. You know, you want to be clear when you're talking to somebody. So as long as the mic is good on the Realmes, they're definitely the winner. If there's an issue with the mic quality, you're gonna wanna go ahead and get the Xiaomis, unless they both have issues, and then get whichever one you like better. They're both great. I don't think you could go wrong. That's just my opinion, guys. That's all the opinions that I have for today in this video. If I helped you in any way, smash that thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe and hit the bell to get notified of my next video. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. See ya. I'm out of here. That's it. Wah! Blah!